big into rock climbing, some snowboarding, longboarding, most anything outdoors, camping, hiking, kayaking, scuba diving. Really enjoy all of that stuff. Obviously, I enjoy writing as well. I think it's a lot of fun. I started writing about 2 years ago. Um, she's my wife now, but at the time she was my girlfriend. She took off to Australia for a few months, and so I had nothing to do and decided it'd be fun to try writing a book, and found I really enjoyed it. So I've been doing that ever since. It did. My first draft is very different from the final draft of this book. Um, yeah, ended up changing the characters and storyline pretty significantly. Um, Although the essence of it is still there, the characters are the same people, and most of the same events still happen. Just a lot of things thrown in to make it flow a little better. Generally, I sit down, put in my headphones, I turn on music. Um, the genre of music just depends on what kind of scene I'm hoping to write. I'll do something real fast paced if I'm writing an action sequence, a little slower if I'm writing dialogue. It just really depends. But yeah, I'll just turn on some music. I'll just sit down and write for about an hour straight. Then I'll go take a break, clean the house, do some exercise, whatever, and then go back and write some more for however long I have available for writing. So that's about how that normally goes for me. I generally enjoy anything that's pretty fast-paced. I really enjoy action. Particularly, I really enjoyed fantasy and sci-fi in particular. I'll read about anything. I'll probably enjoy it, but those tend to be my favorites. Right at the moment, I am reading The Elfstones of Shannara. I read it when I was a kid, but I couldn't remember it, and they made a TV show out of it, so I thought I would go ahead and give it a reread. So I'm going through that one right now. I am working on a sequel to my first book, which will be coming out this December. I also am writing the first book of another series for young adults, which will be quite good, as well as I'm writing a standalone sci-fi heist novel, which also should be really fun. So yeah, I have several in the works, but I'm focusing right now on the sequel to my first novel. And yeah, aside from that, I have a few short stories that I'll be writing and putting out. But as far as full-length novels, that's what I'm working on right now. Well, the number one thing that I would give to aspiring writers is just to actually sit down and write. And then don't give up. Once you've actually written it, try to get it out there, try your best. You won't get it accepted at first unless you're really lucky. But keep putting it out there, keep trying to be successful, and write the story that you want to write and share it. There are people out there that want to hear it. Just keep doing it. Alright, question one. Books or movies? Honestly, I'm torn. I really enjoy both. You get a lot more content in a book, but I don't know the last time I read through a really good book in 2 hours. You usually get through a movie, so it just depends on time. I really enjoy both, but I suppose for content of story, I prefer books. They're, a little deeper, more fun. Alright, we've got, do I prefer dogs or cats? I like them both, but I have to say I like cats a little bit better. They're easier to clean up after. They require a little less attention, kind of go do their own thing. So, I like that, but I had a dog growing up and a cat growing up, and I loved them both. So, big fan of both. Alright. Summer or winter? I have to say, I way prefer summer. Here in Utah, we get a lot of snow, and it shuts down pretty much everything. So, Yeah, summer definitely. Plus, all of my hobbies are outdoors, and most of those go away all winter. So definitely summer. All right. Next, cake or ice cream? I gotta say, I am an ice cream lover. I way prefer it over cake, but really, you gotta enjoy cake and ice cream. They're both really good. Okay. Next, we have car or motorcycle. Okay, definitely motorcycle. I got my first motorcycle when I was 16. Bought two of them from my neighbor that were all broken. I don't think he'd ridden them in like 10 years. Old 70s motorcycles, and I learned how to fix them when I was young and got licensed on those. Once they're all fixed up, I sold them, bought bigger ones. I've just been riding ever since, and I really enjoy the motorcycles, but you still got to own a car if you want to go camping, anything where you got to actually take people with you. You still got to have the car. They're useful in their own ways, but as far as which one's more fun to go places on, definitely a motorcycle. All right, now we've got ebook or physical book. I definitely prefer to read a physical book, but the ebooks are really convenient. I can read them on my phone, so they're a lot cheaper too. So I have been doing a lot more ebooks lately. But if it's a really good book, I will go buy a physical copy and read it if I'm really enjoying it a lot. Okay. Nights out or nights in? Both, I suppose. I really enjoy both, going and hanging out with friends or staying home hanging out with my wife. They're both great. I have fun pretty much no matter what I'm doing. All right. Living in the city or living in the country? This one, it might surprise you because I love outdoor things so much, but I definitely prefer a city, as long as it's not too big. I don't think I would love living in New York City or something like that. There's too many people, too crazy, but average sized city, I'm pretty happy with that. I wouldn't want to be out in the country in the middle of nowhere. I do like people, so, and having a lot more modern conveniences, a lot more, places to go pay and do things. I love the outdoors, but it's nice to have movie theaters and things like that too, so definitely smaller city would be good. Alright, what we got here? Having telepathy or telekinesis? I think telekinesis would be a lot more fun. I mean, life would be kind of weird if you could read people's minds. It'd take some of the fun out of conversation, I think. But moving stuff with your mind would be awesome. I would feel like a Jedi. Star Wars is so cool. Yeah, definitely telekinesis. Alright. Being able to travel to the past or being able to travel to the future? Well, I already said I love sci-fi writing, and I think, honestly, I gotta tell you, my one dream, if I could go anywhere, I would go into space. That would be super cool. And you can't do that now, but in the future, maybe. So that would be worth checking out, I think. Making a phone call or sending a text, it depends who I'm talking to, but in general, definitely making a phone call. Next we've got traveling by car or traveling by airplane. Airplane, for sure. Flying is so cool, and you get to go in the sky. Awesome. Alright. Staying in a hotel or going camping? I gotta say, I love going camping. I just think that's so fun. Definitely camping. Alright. Working in a group or working alone? Well, frankly, it depends on what I'm working on, but, probably working in a group. I think it helps to have other people around, a little bit of sociality there is nice. Alright, now we've got, it's a long one, let's see here. Losing all your money or losing every picture you've ever taken and every picture that has ever been taken of you. Huh. Well, that's tough because I didn't list it before, but photography is one of my hobbies, and I do really enjoy taking pictures. So I guess I would lose all my money, and it's not that hard because I don't have that much money. So probably be okay losing all the money. Can't really replace the pictures. So I think we have to go with that one. To find true love or to win the lottery. As I said before, I'm already married, so I think I already found true love. So I guess at this point I'd go win the lottery since I've already got it. But if you're asking if I would win the lottery over staying with my wife, no, that's just not an option. I would stay with my wife. Let's see what's next. Alright. Being Spider-Man for a day or being Batman for a day? Well, if it was only for a day, I think I would go with, well, if it was only for a day, I definitely would go with Spider-Man. It'd be fun to, have his powers, swing around on some webs, do crazy acrobatics. It'd be awesome. But if it was for a lifetime, being Batman would be pretty sweet. Batcave, billionaire, lots of fun toys. I think I would go with Batman for life, Spider-Man for a day. I think that sounds about right. Okay, let's see if there's anything else here. Nope, that is the last question, so thank you, and I hope you enjoy this interview.